So this next exercise is to open up internal rotation, the space of internal rotation in the hip here. So as I start to squat down, the femur actually internally rotates this way. It should do that in the hip socket, and often it doesn't on the left-hand side. So most people, if you check their squat, when they're going down in a certain place, it starts to get pushed over to the right side, and it's because the hip can't access the internal rotation it needs here. And it's very common because of natural asymmetry patterns within our anatomy. So there's a few ways to do this, and I'll set it up this way first with you. So your feet both point straight ahead, and on my leg I'm going to squat down in or sit back in. That foot's one foot back. So my heel is here, and then as I bring a line across, my toe should be on that line there. So I'm not just too far back or too far forward. On one line here, and my feet are my own hip width. So if you've got wider hips, you'll have a bit of a wider stance. And from here, I'm holding on the same side. So I've got my left leg back, so my left hand I'm holding here. And this is going to track just forward of my toes, so in line with my toes, but forward of them. And I'm going to keep this back leg a little bit bent, but it is not allowed to bend too much. So I keep that a little bit bent, and then this knee here, I'm aiming to drive it forward. I definitely don't want it to go back. So as I not squat down, but actually hinge back here, so I start to sit back, my butt towards the back wall here. I bring this knee forward, sitting back, and the bell right in front of my toes, and then I'm pushing back up. So I'm trying to push this knee forward as I go back, and what it actually ends up doing is just staying in the same place. And what I don't want is as I go back, that knee here goes back, you won't get the right result, or I start bending my knee too much, more like a squat. This is more of a hinging kind of motion here. And for breathing, I'm breathing out through the mouth, breathing in as I come back up. And what you'll feel this glute really engaged. You'll feel like it's stretching and opening through here too. How to make this even more effective is popping a weight plate under the ball of that foot. So we want to keep a heavy heel on this back leg. That'll help us better sit back and open that joint even better. So exactly the same thing. So this knee drive forward, my butt goes straight back, keeping weight in the heel, and that gives me even more stretch and opening through that back hip. Being aware not to bend this knee too much. So I'm doing one set, about 10 to 15 reps. So from the side, this knee goes forward, butt goes back to the wall, and the bell goes in front of my toes. So we're doing left, then right side, right side, and then left again. So it'll be 3 on the left, 2 on the right. So we start and finish on the left side. It's working with the natural asymmetry that's in our body.